Hi everyone, and welcome to Our Abundant Life. My name is Arahi, and this is my much better looking wife, Candice.
Thanks.
If you are wanting to save money and create wealth, then feel free to click the subscribe button below so that you can follow along with us as we share with you each week our best tips and tricks of how to do that.
In today's video, we want to share with you 8 proven ways to save money and live frugally. These are things that we do every day. They're not just things that we're telling you to do. And I promise you that if you do these things, your bank accounts will increase and your wealth overall will rise exponentially. So let's get into it. Our first tip for saving money is to pay yourself first. Just like you pay your bills and things like that, make sure that you're paying yourself first. I read a really great quote by Warren Buffett, who is a billionaire. He has got so much money, it's just ridiculous. But one of his quotes that he said recently was, "Don't save what is left after spending, spend what is left after saving." So what you need to do is you need to put your money aside every week, just like you'd pay your bills. Make sure you're automatically depositing money into a savings account every week, and then you spend what is left. Don't put the savings into your account after you've spent everything, because you'll find that you've spent a lot more and there's not much left for savings. So if you put your savings away first, just like you pay your rent or your mortgage, then you're going to have that money growing and growing and growing. An even better tip is to put it into a different bank account or into a different bank entirely, or especially one that you can't touch with your debit card or things like that.
Tip number 2 is to put all your bills that happen regularly onto an automatic payment. So that's your utility bills, like your electricity, your water, your gas, and also things like your phone bills. Anything that happens monthly or regularly, put it onto an automatic payment so that you never have to pay the late fees or extra money that they charge for paying late or not on time.
A lot of places also have, when you pay on time, you get an on-time discount. Our power bill and our gas bill have that, which we get a 15% off our gas bill and we get 25% off our electricity bill if we pay on time. And I was notorious for actually forgetting to pay our bills. Like, I would have it in my head, but then I'd actually forget to do it, and we would always keep getting stuck with the late fees, which is $25 each time. Tip number 3 is to negotiate all your regular bills also. That's like your power bill, gas bill, and your mortgage. Your mortgage is probably one of the biggest things. Every year, you should go to your bank and you should renegotiate your interest rate and things like that. If they can't give you a better rate, go and look somewhere else. In our favourite book, which is Scott Pape's Barefoot Investor, he actually gives you a script of what to say to the banks. And 9 times out of 10, they're going to lower your interest rate, especially if you can prove that there is another interest rate that is already lower. We're in the process of doing that at the moment. Even with the fees, it's sometimes a lot more beneficial to you in the long run if you switch banks and get a lower interest rate. For your utility bills, like your gas and your power, always look for a better deal every 6 months to every 12 months. We recently just got a better deal on our power and gas, which is going to save us $500 a year. It's not as much every month, but over the course of a year, it really adds up. I know that $500 for us, that's going to pay for our groceries for almost an entire month.
Okay, tip number 4 is to give yourself an allowance. What we mean by this is just to have like a separate amount of money that you're paying into a different account than your regular everyday account that you can use for spending on the things that you want. At the moment, for us, for our family, we have about $50 a week for our allowance, and we don't actually end up spending all of it.
I think it makes us a lot more intentional with our money. So when we think about, oh, should we go get donuts after work, which has been our guilty pleasure for many years, now we think, oh, is it really worth that $15 to go buy a box of donuts? Do I really need it? And more often than not, we say, oh, probably not. Number 5, this may seem a little bit redundant and obvious, but you need a budget. If you don't have a budget, your money is just flying away into oblivion, into places that you don't even know. You need to know where your money is coming from, and you need to know where it is going so you can manage it more efficiently. If you don't know how much money you're earning, you don't know how much money you can spend. If you don't know how much your bills are, how are you supposed to manage your money? So you need to have a budget so that you can see where everything is.
Along with making a budget, number 6 is making plans and goals. So it always helps to save money if you've got something that you're saving money for. For us, we're saving money for a holiday next year sometime, and it's something that we're excited for, so we're excited about saving this extra money so that we can enjoy having a nice holiday together as a family.
Yeah, it's a lot easier to save it when you have a goal in mind. It's easier to say no to things now because you think, oh, well, I'm saving it for this. Our oldest child is 8, and usually for Christmas he gets a really nice Lego set or something like that. But this year he came to me and he said, can you please not buy me a Lego set this year for Christmas, because what I really want is to buy some Lego when we go to Legoland, which is where we're going on holiday next year. And I really loved his maturity and his forward thinking of sacrificing now so that he can get what he really wants in the future.
So yeah, as a side note, teach your kids good money habits as well. I'm really impressed with our oldest son as well, with having that idea of saving up for something that he wants later on.
When you're making your money goals and goals in general, make sure that you reward yourself along the way and make it in small steps. Don't just think, oh, well, I need to save $40,000 to buy a house or something like that. Just start, once I get to $10,000, I'm going to reward myself. Maybe we'll go out for dinner or we'll do something like that. And then every step of the way, reward yourself and just make it step by step, because it's a lot easier.
If you set yourself too big a goal, sometimes you can fall into the trap of being discouraged along the way. So setting up those little incentives along the way can really help you.
Yeah, you don't want to just give up because you've made this huge goal and you don't think there's any way to achieve it. Just make the little goals and achieve those little goals, and slowly and slowly and slowly, you're eventually going to get to that massive goal that you've set for yourself. Number 7 is to surround yourself with people who have a similar mindset to you. You'll find that when you surround yourself with people who are lifting you up and who are encouraging you along in your goals and who have goals of their own that are similar to yours, you're going to be a great support and a great strength to each other. You don't need to know these people in real life, but maybe you watch their YouTube videos, maybe you follow them on social media and things like that. Follow people and surround yourself with people who are going to be of great influence to you and not bring you down or not discourage you from the things that you're trying to achieve.
Yeah, definitely. The kind of people that you surround yourself with is the kind of person that you're going to become more like. So try to surround yourself with people with a positive attitude and who are uplifting towards you, because you don't need that negativity in your life. And yeah, definitely you want to have people who are going to be supportive and helpful to you in your goals and your quest for the future.
One thing you may want to try and do is surround yourself with people or follow people who are a little further along in their journey than you are, so that they can help you and teach you the things that they have done, the mistakes that they've made, so that you can learn from them and you don't need to make the same mistakes over again.
That brings us to our last tip for the day, and that is to live below your means. Basically, this just means that your income is greater than your expenses. But I guess the extended version of it means that you're not going overboard and spending money on things that you don't really need. You're humble and you're learning to say no to things that you don't need. And doing this will help you in the future as you continue to build up your wealth. In a previous video, we talked about how people, often from a higher income earning bracket, struggle with paying their bills week to week.
Yeah.
And it's because they don't have that character and that will to say no to things that they don't need, and they're just spending their money on things that are not necessary.
Yeah.
So living below your means is definitely a good idea to do.
Thank you so much for joining us today and following along. If you have learned anything from this, we would love you to subscribe and give this video a like and comment down below about maybe what your goals for the next year are, because this is our last video of the year. Next year we will be coming to you multiple times a week, which we're pretty excited about.
Yep.
Alright, make sure you like, comment and subscribe, and we will see you again next week.
Have a great week.